Okay, I can explain. I can explain. How do I... Hang on. There we go. There we go. Hi, everybody. Congratulations. You survived. You survived. I'm very, very happy. Hope you all really, really enjoyed the ASMR. That was really fun. That was really, really fun for me. It's been so long. It's been so long, and I think it's easy to like kind of forget, because it's easy to forget how much fun it is to do, because it, you know, obviously it takes a lot of work, but it's worth it every time. It's worth it every time. That was so much fun. I'm really, really glad that that it all worked out. So the first of all, also, I'm going to turn on the other ear. Hold on, let me actually make it binaural for this stream. So basically, I discovered way too late that my audio interface, I can't have the radio voice on. I can't have the radio voice while, what am I trying to say here? I can't have the radio voice on both channels, so I decided, okay, I'm just going to have to be alright with this being single ear, you know? And it's annoying because I kind of bought this one 3 years ago hoping I'd be able to do just that, to have like a voice filter on both ears, but whatever, it's fine. Kumaki, thank you very much for the super, so I hope you all really enjoyed. Let's jump in, do a classic, not post-nut, but post-being saved RuneScape stream, and we can chat about it, and, you know, end off the week. End off the week. Kumaki, thank you so much for the super. Mwah. Yeah, it would have been weird to have surround radio, but it's fine. It's all good. Guys, it's okay. Guys, it's okay. Post-rescue, yeah, you're alive, and you had to listen to him talk about his trauma and his personal beliefs, but also now you get to watch him play a video game, so pretty cool. Also, check it out. You know what this is? So I was AFKing, completely AFKing Mithril Dragons this morning. This is a Dragon Full Helm, and I got it this morning from the Mithril Dragons, not, what KC? 300, bitch. 300, not even from chewed bones. Not even from chewed bones. This shit is so rare. How rare is this? How rare is this in leagues? How rare is this? Wait. How rare is this? I also got to put some music on. God. I love the music choice. I love the music choice I had. I'm so glad that Licht had those songs on it. I'm really, really glad. I really, really enjoyed putting that little ending cutscene together. It made me very emotional, to be honest. There we are. Let me know what that volume is like for you guys. Yeah. So, chat isn't on screen. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot. Also, I will thank supers in just a minute when we're all set up, and after I've checked the KC on this, because or the drop rate on this Dragon Full Helm, because I promise you it's fucking so rare, and I was just killing Mithril Dragons for a little bit, and you're supposed to get it by getting chewed bones and then burning those to get the drop, but I just got it from the Mithril Dragon, which is a drop rate of, let me check. In Kandarin of 1 in 6,553. I got it from chewed bones, it would have been a 1 in 50. No, I don't have a DFS yet. 1 in 6,000. I didn't even know it was that rare. That's on leagues. In the main game, it's 1 in 32,000. It's almost there as like a joke drop. Like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if anybody got it? I fucking got it. I got it. My RNG for the rest of leagues is all used up. It's over. It's over. First of all, thank you, Miri Lively, for the super. Thank you so much. I'm glad you liked it. Singing was so comforting. I'm glad you had a good time with it. Mwah. Akuma. Am I dreaming? This extremely beautiful man. It's okay. You're alive. I'm real. And I need you. Thank you. Clover, thank you for 20 gifted. That's so, so kind. Thank you. Thank you so, 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 so much. Thank you. Enduck, thank you. And you're not evil. Yeah, I had thoughts for a while about what I wanted to do with this story, and I had some ideas. So there was one point while I was coming up with the story that it would have been, there was one point coming up with the story where I could have basically made it like, oh, yeah, at the end something crazy happens, you get eaten. I was talking about Hafgufa, right? The Norse sort of whale creature, and maybe in another version of it, it would have ended with, you know, you getting eaten or something like that. But in the end, I really wanted to make something about someone being saved. I really wanted it to turn out okay. I think I have too much of a habit of making things really dark, and I'm not ashamed of that, but every once in a while it is nice to have a happy ending. It's really nice to have a happy ending here and there, and I'm glad I got a chance to do it here. Katkitoshi cried real tear. Oh, I'm glad you liked it. I'm so, so glad. It was a lot of work this morning. It was a lot of work getting it all set up. And say thank you very much for the super. I love you too. Love you too. God, I need some water. My mouth is so dry. Yeah, well done everyone. Your RP in chat always is great, and it really helped. It really helped me get into the mood, into the scene. I didn't expect to be singing today, but suggesting it, so many people saying, can you sing for me, was really, really nice. I'm glad I got the chance to. The little bit of pretending to learn New Sidonia, because this character doesn't really know it, was great. That was like a really good little moment. And I think what I love is there was a point where I thought about having the submarine be a bit higher up so that I would actually be in the water. But I loved the thought about an ASMR set under the sea where you don't see any water or sea life until the very end. Because the deep ocean and how dark it is, that's so frightening to me that I think that the relief of seeing all the blue in the window at the end, it has such an impact. It has such a powerful impact. I really, really am glad. And so I had some scenes set up of like me outside the window being like, we're gonna get you, whatever it is. But I'm really glad I stuck it to be all on the computer, and I'm glad that you also were okay with, 100% radio voice. I'm sure many of you really, really, really love that kind of thing. But it's a change, it's a change. Sunny, thank you for the super. Felt like you just got on shore and still breathing heavily. Can I have a bit more? Love the window view and the music. I'm glad you did. Yeah, it was really, really nice. It was really, really nice to edit, and I think maybe that's why I was a little bit late, because I kind of got carried away trying to make it perfect, which I think is a big problem for me. But we still got it done in the end, and it was still great. So, Sunny, thank you for the super. I love you too. Efita, thank you for the super. We are alive. We have lived. We are totally alive. I love you too. Hika, thank you. So prepared to be traumatized by another nursery rhyme. Well, there's still a chance, you know. I want to do another one next week. And who knows, maybe that one will have a really sad ending, a really dark ending. Who knows? We lived! Tokito, thank you. Though I was already just a skeleton, but the moment of rising to the surface still felt full of hope. What inspired the submarines? Thank you, Tokito, for the super. Still felt full of hope. I'm glad you did. I'm really glad you liked it. But what inspired the submarine's name? Now that is a really good question. Well, I did a lot of research on various myths and legends and sort of, you know, a lot of old names that popped up for me, you know, stuff I've run into, stories I've heard, and Alexander Romance. Well, the Alexander Romance is supposedly the world's oldest successful novel. It's the story of the life of Alexander the Great, and it's sort of, you know, a classical epic about this guy, about Alexander the Great. And although the Hafgufa is a Norse legend, there were similar legends in ancient Greece, which is why I followed the breadcrumb trail from here to there, and I thought, oh, that's nice. Still, thank you for thanks to Zero, thank you for the super. Just a hallucination. Well, again, it's up to your interpretation. From the way I wanted to make it, I really like the idea of actually getting to save somebody. I think that's, you know, it's a nice feeling to feel like everything works out, and even though it seems totally impossible, you have this crazy situation that you don't understand. Even still, we you know, you are safe at the end. We do manage to set you free. That, I think, that's the kind of story that I really wanted to go for and tell this time. But if you interpret it as like you're already dead and you're hallucinating, or maybe that you're clinging to life and that you rising up through the water is you rising up to heaven, maybe that's true as well. It's up to you. It's up to you. There's no right or wrong as far as I'm concerned. But at the very least for me, I just think it's a nice story where things turn out well, miraculously. Whole crew is dead, still grieving. Yeah. It's a pretty sad situation. And what do you think happened? I think I felt inspired by the sorts of stories where, when terrible disasters happen, they leave one person alive to tell the tale and to kind of spook everybody, you know? I always find those to be quite scary and a bit sad when, you know, it's like purposefully giving someone survivor's guilt. I always find that to be something that I get really affected by, and telling a story with that sort of character, I thought I felt really interested in that, certainly. Someone with thalassophobia, it's very healing. Yeah, I'm sure it is, and I don't have the thalassophobia. I don't know how that feels, but I can only imagine that it's a really dark experience. For me, I've just been brought so much comfort by all the reading I've been doing about the oceans and everything that I've been learning about sea life, and how unaggressive so much sea life actually is. Like, also, did the raid work? Raids have been very inconsistent recently. Like, did the raid work okay? I tried to raid from the stream into the next one, but I'm not sure if it worked. It did. Oh, it did. It did. Nope. Yeah, it did. Oh, it worked for some people. Okay, that's weird. Angelia, thank you for that. Akusupa. I love it when you sing in that soothing voice. It's calming and sounds beautiful. I love you so much. Oh, I love you too. Of course you can have a little kiss. Thank you for that, Akusupa. Thank you for looking after me today, and I'm really, really glad that you enjoyed the story. I really look forward to doing more of them. Weirdly inconsistent with the raids. Well, whatever, man, whatever. We'll try next time. Really likely, thank you. Oh, maybe, yeah. That would be pretty sad. No, I like to believe. I like to believe that you made it okay. Usually left behind on raids. That's weird. That's like, I guess that's why. Whenever you do a raid, there's always a chance that like I always feel like it's like only about 2/3 of the people watching go through, and I always figured that was natural. Like it's just people tune out, you know. But maybe not. Maybe it's a bug. Submechanophobia. Partially or fully submerged man-made objects. That's an interesting one. I mean, phobia. It's funny how phobias can be of anything. You can get scared of absolutely anything in the world. Coulrophobia, the fear of clowns. Anybody here scared of clowns? Anybody here at all scared of clowns? The fear of long words, which is a long word in itself. It's very funny. Got a few people scared of clowns. What's scary about clowns? I mean, I've got Pennywise and stuff, but, you know, I always thought clowns are pretty funny. I guess if you're a kid, if you're a little kid and a clown comes up to you and starts going, woo, and like, I imagine it probably freaks you out a bit, and then you just sort of develop the phobia. Distorted faces, that makes sense. The ominous smile. I get it. You know, it's funny. I feel like the Tim Curry Pennywise is so funny that I don't know if I could ever be genuinely scared of it, even though like it's supposed to be a horror character. Like in the Tim Curry Stephen King miniseries for It, he excuse me, sir. Do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do? You better let the poor guy out. He just does some really funny things sometimes. Sunny, thank you for the super. In the process, I imagine it to be a dark story, that you're the sea monster that's telling me not to send more signals and let the submarine go by. It's beeping in vain. I'm so touched we lived. Yeah, I'm glad we are. I'm glad we did. You see, that was basically my other idea. There was a point where I was wondering, like, will I give it that sort of ending where I'm playing this character that's supposed to be, you know, keeping you alive for a reason up until, you know, you get eaten by something at the end or whatever. But I think recently I've been feeling very, very keen on... I've been feeling very, very keen on narratives about happy endings and saving people and all of that. I think it's just I don't know. I don't think it's a change of heart. Like, I still like to tell scary stories and dark stories, but there'll always be something about it that sort of appeals to me about a story where everything goes right. Love Cake, thank you very much for the super. I may have a diving suit and can add him to the island right away. Oh, so many to tackle, never a dull moment. What is next? Yeah, Mer, I see you as well. What's next? To be honest, I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure. When I was making my schedule on Sunday last week, I was thinking about what I wanted to do, and this idea just kind of, it just sort of popped into my head. Like I was like, oh, there you go. Oh, that's pretty good actually. But otherwise, I don't really, I don't know. I don't really know. But I can promise you that I'm gonna make a bit of an effort to try and do them at the very least most weeks. In fact, there are going to be at least for the next 2 weeks there will be more every Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that. Faith, thank you for the super. There was a moment I had to look away, but it was a nice feeling of being rescued by you because I felt safe when I actually say there you are. I'm really glad that worked for you and that you enjoyed it. That makes me very, very pleased. I'm very, very happy to know that even when you were scared and you have your phobia, I'm glad that it still felt okay to you and that you were able to get to the end of the story. Tokito, thank you for the super. I saw the dark deep sea. I expected an OSRS to pop up. No. Never in that serious of an RP would I pull the rug out like that. I feel like that would be really unsatisfying, but it would be funny. It would be funny. Evita, thank you. I haven't cried this much since midnight. That's high praise. That's really high praise. Yeah. I mean the night ASMR didn't have, you know, a sudden sad twist. The night ASMR was like just long and painful. The whole thing was just, oh, you kind of know from the half an hour mark that he's gonna die, and then the next hour and a half is just being there with him while he dies. It was very sad. But this one, I guess this one is like nice, and then there's a lot of wondering, you know. I like all the sound effects we had that kind of add this sense of panic and anxiety. I like that it has a bit of a, you don't know if you're going to make it out, you don't know if it's got a good or a sad ending. I like that. There, you know, even though it's supposed to be an ASMR and that it's supposed to be nice to listen to, really ASMR is my Trojan horse that I have to package up a story I want to tell in a package that people will actually click on, you know. I know you guys, like the fans, are going to click on anything I do, but obviously you have to make some decisions for the good of the channel, which I'm fine to do. I think it's a nice middle ground. It's a lot of fun. I'm not even doing anything in RuneScape. I'm trying to think about what to do. And thank you very much for the super. The way the line, there you are, is used in various ASMR is so tender and lovely. It's such a special phrase to me now. It's really sweet. I've never really thought about it. But I guess it just kind of comes naturally to me, you know. It's just one of those things that I guess would find comforting myself, you know. Also, before the day gets too old, let me double check. I just wanna have a little checky of something just to see what people are up to on social media. Interesting. Well. Mara, thank you. Do a cozy one. Regular maxing at a cafe and the barista is cute. It's his first day. Oh no, he's blushing. Maybe. That would be nice. I do feel... I'll be honest with you. I think over the course of the next couple weeks, I'm probably... If I did do that, it would need to have some kind of a crazy twist or something. I really feel like I have a bit of an itch to do some ASMR that's quite dramatic and all of that. So I could, but there would need to be something a little different about it. I think that's what I'm feeling right now at the very least. Whole load of nothing. Whole load of absolutely nothing. Gargoyles. Yeah, why not? Let's just do 5. I'll do the echo boss. Should be easy. Sweeney Todd barista. Okay, maybe. I don't know about that. Freshly ground coffee beans. Yana, thank you for the super. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'll just do you first. Jay, feel a lot of things. Is it whimsy to think of you being a merman incarnate from the whole thing? Maybe. If that's what you want to believe, like, I think that's a really sweet headcanon. I love it personally. Maybe when you come up, I'm on the rocks and I'm like, my love, you've come back to me. Yana, thank you for the super. The deep sea is one of your biggest fears. Feels really suffocating. Never really know what's happening, but finally we survive. I'm glad to know. Yeah, it's the fear of the unknown, and it is suffocating. It's very scary. To be honest, I think part of, and this isn't like the most sort of trendy opinion to have, I guess, but sometimes I think about, and obviously when I announced the ASMR, there were some people that sort of made a joke, like, oh, he's doing the Ocean Gate disaster, like, haha. But to be honest, I think a fair bit about that, because, and I thought sort of, I think I was trying to get at that with a lot of the dialogue about, the ocean making you more a part of the world. It's like you become equal with everything else. When you're off land, no amount of wealth or no connection or anything comes between you and nature, for better or for worse. And I think I struggle not to feel like a little empathy, especially for, obviously, you have all of these billionaires on there, but one of the people who died on the submarine was the son of one of them. I think it was like the leader of the group brought his son, who didn't want to go, but he convinced him, like, oh, you'll love it, come on, you have to go. And then they all wound up dying down there. Obviously it's trendy to, and in many cases it's perfectly reasonable to despise billionaires, but obviously when someone's that young, it really, I think about it a lot, and it does make me quite sad. So I think when I think about that, the idea of someone being so scared and being in that situation, the idea that there is hope, I think is something that I kind of was inspired by with this one as well. Sanyi, thank you for the super. Aww. How about a supernatural non-human good ending? Could always have something like that too. Just because it's not like super cozy doesn't mean that it's just because it's like supernatural doesn't mean it's going to be dark. Like I can do nice ones as well, but it's all down to me. Like at the end of the day, every week I'm going to do whatever I feel compelled to do on a creative level. I just want to kind of let my imagination run free and do the things that I know I'm going to enjoy doing. And when I do that, I think that's when I create my best work. Luna, thank you for the super. Had an idea for one that maybe you or us are a sea creature in a research lab or asking questions to understand more. And that's kind of a good idea. It would be similar to the Merman ASMR that I did. Obviously everybody remembers that. But maybe, it's a nice idea. Maybe. Or you're the mermaid, yeah. Maybe I'm a scientist. Well, I was the mad scientist in the Mad Scientist ASMR anyway. So, alright guys. Before the turn of the hour, I have something to confess to you. Because I don't want it to potentially be missed. There's a little secret in that ASMR. And I don't think anybody noticed. There's a point where I said, make sure to listen carefully. I'm sure I said that a few times, but one of them, just keep an ear out. And you might find yourself, and use your, and try to work together, and you might find something. You might. Tadoshi, thank you for the super. Thank you so much for the stream. Your streams always provide me with fresh experiences, and that's always so interesting. Hope you have a blast. Yeah, I always have fun when I get to play with you guys, and I'm really glad that you enjoyed it. I want to make stuff that's unique and interesting, and yeah, I'm really happy that you enjoyed it. And that's all I'm going to tell you. That's all I'm going to tell you. Happy hunting, guys. Granite gloves again? My goodness. Do you put an anglerfish out the window? No. No, that would be mean. Anglerfish are scary, even though they're a lot smaller than most people think they are. Oh, bruh, come on. Oh, come on. I didn't even say plea. Really lovely, thank you for the super. Sound effects so great. I liked the sonar. It was so relaxing. Well, that's all. I was kind of, honestly, I was worried about the sonar sound. I was worried that it would be a little, like, annoying. But... So shall I tell you what was nice? What was nice was the setup of my character in the ASMR being at a computer, so I had an excuse to be clicking and tapping if I needed to change anything or balance the audio. It definitely felt a lot easier going on me. Tokito, I think it's super. Gonna give people a lot of sleepless nights again. Yeah, well, that's what I do best. Hey, that's me. This is me. This is, I'm the meat man, you know what I'm saying? I love to give people a hard time, but only in the interests of of creatively challenging them. Teddyster, thank you very much for the gifted. Thank you so much. And Sabina Kari, thank you. Oh, you're wonderful too. Thank you for always being here and giving me an excuse to get to do such lovely things. I'd rather you give me a sleepless night another way. Ah, I see. You want me to be streaming with my door open all night, so I'm just making loads of noise. Yeah, I could do that. Anything for you. I'd do anything for you, you know. Lily, thank you for the super. It's very comforting to listen. The ocean can be so scary. It can also be so beautiful. Sometimes I was on edge. You saw Iron Lung. Yeah, a lot of people making comparisons to Iron Lung. Heard sounds or saw the darkness. Yeah, it can be really, really difficult and quite scary in those situations. But I'm proud of you for getting all the way through, and I'm grateful because it means that you got a chance to experience something new, even if you thought you were going to be scared by it. You know. Also, I want to give a huge thank you to everybody who on Twitter had been making comparisons to Iron Lung. Very grateful that that everybody wasn't making loads of Iron Lung jokes while the actual stream was going on. I don't know why I was worried that was going to happen, but I suddenly had this fear like we were trying to RP and everybody's going to be like hull breach or some shit like that. But you know, obviously I know you guys too well. You're always going to be sticking to the RP environment, so that's good. Angelia, thank you for the Akusupa. Going back to China soon, which means you probably can't catch your streams daily anymore. I'm going to miss you so much, but I'll always support you. You'll always be my favorite. Wait for me to come back. Mwah, I need forever. I will wait for you to come back. I'll always be here. I mean, I guess it gives. I got to make sure I'm streaming on Bilibili a lot more as well. But yeah, I'm sure you'll find a way. But even if you don't get the chance, I'm sure I'll wait for you, okay? And I'll look forward to seeing you back again really, really soon. Love you, alright? And thank you for the Aku Super. Thank you for being so supportive all this time. You really make a difference. You always do. Yeah, that's that. The song. God, this mic stand is so busted. Oh. The song at the end, I'm really surprised that, and feel very lucky that it was on Licked. I first heard it at the end of this film called Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. I don't know if you guys have watched that film. It's very good. It's very funny, very emotional. But that song is in it, and I remember I was looking through some of Brian Eno's work. He did the song on the starting screen, you know, the more ambient track that we had under the Please Wait. And so while I was looking at that, I was just listening to the rest of his work, thinking, is there anything else I can do here? And then I heard that song, and I was like, oh, that's who did that. That's where this song is from. He's who did that song. And so I thought it just has such a great. It matches up to that to that vibe so well for the ending. So I'm really, really glad that I got a chance to use it there. A and B, thank you. As a diving rescue nerd, I'm so blessed with this ASMR. Can you please wear the mask for a sec? Oh yeah, of course I can. Thank you for your assets, by the way. They're really, really good. I love the suit. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to wear them all, because I planned to, but in the end, it was difficult to kind of justify having all of them on, especially if the character's not coming into the water himself. But we have this lovely, got this breathing thingy, which is pretty cool, and this scuba mask on, so I get to be like, hello, hey guys, it's me. I'm diving. I'm Dave the Diver, going to get my sushi. Hello, I'm under the water. Please help me, there's too much raining. Blah, blah, blah. They're really good. It's such a privilege to have people who are making assets for my streams. It always feels really, really, really exciting to just get to like, you know, come up with an idea and then see what people's interpretations are for, you know, what they imagine you might need to wear, and then do all the work for bringing it to life. Like in this instance, there was a lot of this that I didn't need because the ASMR changed in plot a little bit while I was thinking of it, but at the same time it still gave the character such a layer of unique flair. So thank you always, thank you so much for putting this together for me. It's really, really, really nice. And you never know when one of these is going to make a return, you know, like the night assets for the night stream, those got a bit of a reuse in for some other ones. You never know when these specific ASMR characters might come back. They're the alter ego. That's kind of a good idea, honestly, to base some of the alter egos on my GTA character off of like the different ASMR characters, but having to do their voices would give the game away, because you know, most of the ASMR characters have just, you know, they just got my voice. Dragon mace. Dragon needs mace. Bammy, thank you for the super. Something going wrong while underwater is definitely one of my fears. Both my brothers are divers. Actually calming and made me less scared. Well, that's really nice. I love the idea of helping people overcome their fears. Warflower, thank you for the super. With radio static, the mic caught everything. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean? You didn't hear me ferociously jerking off at one point, did you? I mean, I would never do that while on stream. No, surely not. Solia, thank you for the super. ASMR odd too. Got emotional when the gentle counting slowly stopped and the music started. Not sure when I'll fall asleep. I'm going to give you an early goodnight kiss. Alright, well I hope you sleep well when you do fall asleep. Thanks so much for coming today. You really made my day. And actually, I think that was probably my favourite moment, at least my favourite moment that was unscripted, because I did not plan to do that. But basically I got to the point where it was like, okay, I don't really have much of a transition. Oh shit, nice. I don't really have much of a transition into that ending. And I thought, how do I make this work? And I sort of suddenly was like, oh, you know, I need to reduce the sonar. What if I just slowly dim all the music and all of the sounds? And then I was really chuffed with how that wound up working out, because it is kind of like you're losing consciousness, but it's that companionship that, you know, tethers you to life. I was really proud of that moment. I thought it was really, really nice. It's such an interesting challenge, and I love it, like trying to make these little cutscenes from stock footage, because it's all so specific. It's made, you know, sometimes you'll find the exact right thing immediately, and sometimes it will take you forever and you'll never actually find anything. Like, you will only ever find, like, the one idea you have just doesn't work with footage that is available. But then you really do have to get creative, and I had an idea for kind of a seamless sort of, you know, from bottom to top, like seeing as things gradually fade in. But what wound up happening is like, oh, just sort of cutting to these different sea animals and seeing them in their habitat as almost like a bit of a homage to the ocean itself and to sea life, and how much it's like you know, touched my life recently, like a highlights reel. I thought it was a really nice idea personally. And the music's gone off, and I don't remember where it is. Where is the music? Something's going on with my computer, honestly. It's not functioning very well. It's been causing me some problems recently. It feels like it feels much slower than usual. I'm praying that, you know, I don't want to have to get a new computer. Right? This one's fine. Like, it's been fine for so long. Like, why would it be struggling now? Am I sick? No. No, this is just the asset. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm not wearing a gas mask. But I will take off the diving mask now, because it's a bit sweaty. Ooh. Am I not hot in that? I'm fine. I'm fine. It's alright. I can handle it. It's a part of the job. You know, it's part of the job. Say thank you. Looked up the half Gufar myth. For a moment I thought of the world turtle. Fascinating stuff. It is fascinating, isn't it? It's all fascinating, the way people interpret the world. But as you and I know, a lot of folklore, while that character might believe that so much of folklore is just down to misunderstanding the natural world and needing to find excuses or explanations for things that their science doesn't have yet, you and I know that quite a lot of that stuff is actually pretty real. It just hides itself better these days. Zia, thank you for the super. Reminds me that, just like you've always told us, no matter how hard it is, there's still hope. We'll get a new lease on life after we get it through. That is absolutely right. No matter what goes on, literally no matter what happens, people come back from the worst possible situations all the time. You will be fine. You will survive. I know you will. Very lively, thank you. The fact that you were the voice comforting us in the darkness, that there you are when we're safe, it was meaningful. I'm glad it was. I didn't think too much about what to say when we got to the surface, but I'm really glad that that line had some impact, and that you all really, really enjoyed it, and it felt comforting and special. Misty, thank you so much for the super. What bullshit are you going to hit me with this time? Can I be the tneed that helps your factory to get biggering? You don't need to ask. You don't need to ask. I'm biggering every day. Every day you're around. My factory is biggering all the time. Two out of three. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guy was stuck in a sunken ship for like a week. Yeah, I think I heard about that. God, a week. I think I've seen the video of them finding him. It's really, Jesus. Cannot imagine the fear, and like everybody else on the ship being dead and you being the last one alive, assuming you would never get rescued, and then suddenly people are there. Yeah, poof. Hard to even imagine. Hard to imagine. Yeah. Really, you know what miracles are? Miracles really, to me, is testament to the power of human connection and the human spirit. It's like, you know, when a mother suddenly gets this feeling that like her children are in danger, and she is like, oh, I have to go back home, I have to check on my kids, and it turns out she's right, they did need help, you know, or something of that nature, something like that. I always find, like, I think that the way we connect with each other is so miraculous, and it's so, we are not, I know we are not living in a completely material world. There is more, there is absolutely more going on. Do you ever think about the fact that time as we know it, there, you know, I saw this very frustrating clip of Piers Morgan talking to Richard Dawkins, and him saying it's absurd that you can't talk. It was like, surely if the Big Bang happened at all, then something must have happened before the Big Bang. And he says, well, no. Time itself began with the Big Bang. Time is just something that we experience. Time is just another dimension, like space, that we are moving through, and there may be something else out there that experiences time as something it moved through with ease, something it moved through just as easily as we move left or right. It's like physics is so impossible that, you know, there's no way I know there's no way that there's nothing out there. I know there is. I've seen it. But even beyond that, there is more. We do live in a world that is so much more complex than most people will give it credit for. So much deeper and more mystifying. Faith, thank you for the super. One of your fears was, what would you do if one of your fears was triggering you next to you, usually the type to keep quiet about it? If I could tell, it would basically just be like, depends on like where we are, you know? It depends on what the situation is. If we're at home, obviously then it's full blown like, you know, let's have a hug, let's just try to pat you on the back, let's just try to keep you calm. But then if we're in public, I think like squeeze the hand, just quietly asking, do you want to go home? Do you want to go anywhere? Like, just basically, I think that a big thing about feeling scared is you also don't want to feel embarrassed. You don't want to feel like it's, you know, when you're afraid, you want to feel like someone is there taking your fear seriously without needing to make you feel childish or small. And I think that when something becomes like a scene in public, that's exactly, I mean, certainly with me, if I'm scared of something and then it becomes a bit of a scene, that always makes me feel very embarrassed. Wallflower, thank you for the super. Love the way you incorporate how we're driven by trauma to push ourselves to reach out to others. The diver's trauma hadn't existed, he wouldn't have found us. That's true. That's true. I don't necessarily view trauma as something that makes you, you know, it makes you stronger in ways, it makes you weaker in others. You're not weaker for not having it, and you're certainly not, you know, broken or damaged goods if you do have it. But something I really believe is that I don't think I believe in fate, really. I sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I have a complicated relationship with fate, I think. But I do have to believe that everything happens for a reason. Some of the most horrid, negative, terrifying things that I have been through that have, you know, given me plenty of trauma to deal with in my life, they have directly led to some of the best things that have ever happened to me. I would not have been here in this situation with you and working the best job in the world with the best people in the world had I not been through some really horrible shit. That's just a fact. That's how it works. So when bad things happen, I really do try to remind myself that these things do happen for a reason, even if it's not some mystical force doing it. Wherever we end up is wherever we end up. Everything that we wind up doing is something beautiful in its own way. And it's so not worth thinking about what could have happened if I did this, what could have happened if this was different, because there's always something else to imagine. There's always, life is too big. It is too big to worry about what you could have experienced if something else had happened. It is too big. You just have to grab it with both hands. Yeah, trauma, it does feel kind of bone deep in a way, and it does just change who you are, but I don't think it necessarily changes you for the worse. I certainly feel stronger, certainly as an artist, for being someone who carries a little bit of pain, you know. I definitely feel like I have more to tell, more to say because of what I've been through. I think that's valuable. You don't, it's not like it's justifiable, and it's not like, oh, I wish, someone who's had a pretty good life shouldn't be saying like, oh, I wish something terrible would happen to me so I could get some good ideas. But I think there are upsides to everything that happens. Like everything, there's always some silver lining. There's always something that you could look at and give it a positive spin. And it's almost like what you have to do is consider the context, consider what's really going on, and by virtue of that become aware of the fact that, like, yeah, anything good happening is is a real blessing in this situation. So Misty, thank you for the super. If I was Gangle from the Amazing Digital Circus, I'd be parasocial for you. I've not seen this Digital Circus. I don't know who Gangle is, but I know you're parasocial for me anyway. Don't try to kid yourself. You're out here asking to be the Thanid the big as my factory. What else does that mean? Wallflower, thank you for the super. If I had not been kicked out of one community, never would have been driven to feel empathy to be here for you and others. That's exactly right. One door closes, another opens. And maybe the one that opens is one that you always would have liked more. You never know. So don't fear these things. Don't run for the hills. Just take life as it comes. Very lively, thank you. As a wise witch used to say, coincidence doesn't exist. Sometimes we understand it so much later, or never, why something happened in that moment and in that way. Coincidence doesn't exist. There's always, yeah. We find coincidences to be so crazy, and yet think about the amount of time coincidences don't happen. Coincidences are not happening every moment of every day. It's only a matter of time before something just pops up and happens, you know. I'm going to try doing the combat achievement. I'm going to see if I can do that. All you have to do is perfectly kill him and then not hit him during the final phase. I wonder if I can do that. It seems really tricky. Okay, there we go. I wonder if the minion... Oh, wait, can my minion do it? That's good. Actually, that's really helpful. Ah. Minion, do it. Go, minion. I feel like I'm cheating. That's so fun. Alright, now we blow up this guy. Oh, never mind. I got hit. I don't know if that still counts. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Like, I got hit, but it didn't say I failed it. Come on, minion. Get him. Get his ass. Come on, minion. Come on, minion. Come on. Oh, buddy. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, minion. Oh, it's not going to happen, is it? It's not going to happen. Minion, what's going on, buddy? What's happening? Oh, I think he, like, de-aggroes after a while or something like that. He, like, gives up. Oh. Oh. Huh. 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 Shit. Huh. Come on, minion. Come on. Fuck. Fuck. Huh. Uh-oh. Oh, I got him, but I also... Oh, I'm in 2 health! I don't have any food. I died. I also didn't get the achievement. Oh well. Oh well. That shit is hard. That shit is hard. Just taking a break from my philosophical discussion about, you know, life and trauma and how to cope, and then I'm like, well, hang on a minute, guys, let me lock in, and then I just get my ass kicked. Faith, thank you for the super. With my fear of men, when I first discovered you, I didn't think I'd trust you right away. Thank you for being a big comfort through that. It was extremely hard for me. Well, I'm sorry to hear that it was hard, but from what I'm aware of, you know, the world can be scary, but oftentimes there's a lot more to love about it than you might think. So don't be too afraid. Don't be so afraid that life becomes difficult to experience. There are all kinds of scary, bad things that can happen, but there are all kinds of amazing things that can happen too. And I don't think it's worth living a life when, you know, little is going on. Misty, thank you for the super. Imagine a liminal space or backrooms ASMR. Will I be watching the upcoming movie this month? Fuck yes, I will. Fuck yes, I'm going to watch it. I think it looks good as hell. I think it looks good as hell. I know from, you know, from having watched The Oldest View, having watched Skinamarink, and I haven't seen Kane Pixel's Backroom series, but I've seen a lot of Backroom stuff. I find the concept of the Backrooms to be very effective. Something about an abandoned space is quite scary for me. I think I do get that sort of, you know, hyperactive imagination thing where you just sort of, like, the moment you have a thought, suddenly your mind starts populating everything with that idea. And so if I'm like home alone, as I have most of the time, and I suddenly think a scary thought, it's like instantly I'm afraid. Instantly I'm like, oh shit, what if I'll be in the kitchen, like I'll be washing up or something, and then I look at the window and I'm like, what if like a really giant creepy head with a big smile just slowly appears at the bottom of the window and then stares at me and then screams at me? Like, what if that happens? Obviously that's not gonna fucking happen. I mean, it might. But the moment I think that, I instantly can't get the thought of it out of my head. Like, suddenly I'll just invent something scary. Like, I had this one thing where I was like, I needed to take a shower, and I was like, okay, if I take a shower right now, something is going to come into the bathroom and they're going to kill me. Like, I was like, that's just going to happen. And so the whole time I was just like showering with my eye on the door the whole time, staring at the door. Like, I came in here to wash my hair, but I guess I'm not washing my hair today. I'm not getting any bubbles in my eyes. I need to keep my eyes open. You got to keep both eyes open, right? I just couldn't. I was like, yeah, this is just life now, you know? So I think the Backrooms being so empty has this way of prodding at that part of my mind where the moment I get a bit of a freaky idea in my head, it just fills in all the blanks. And that's why I thought Skinamarink was so scary, because the moment it hits you with the fact that it can jump scare you with no build up, the whole ride was just horrible from then on. I'm into a 66, 2 Amulets of Rancor. Are you fucking joking? What is my RNG right now? I just need the last knock. I just need the last Nally piece. What the fuck? But yeah, you know, yeah. Misty, thank you for the super. Maybe we can do a watch along for his YouTube series. That might be good. That might be good. But yeah, so the movie looks great, and I can't tell you how excited it makes me for Kane himself, because, you know, I don't know the guy, but him being so young and so talented and actually being given this much, it's like, you think about a film producer, you know, a film production company, it's difficult to imagine them giving this much freedom and this much budget to such a young creator, but clearly they haven't allowed their, you know, their distrust of young people to stop them from recognizing his talent, because he does have so much talent. I mean, just from The Oldest View, how immersive that series is, how frightening that series is, you know, the rolling giant, as an animator and a VFX artist, I mean, he is brilliant. He is really brilliant. And it makes me so pleased that such a reputable production house really recognizes that. So regardless, I will be going, even if I didn't like the Backrooms, I'd be going to support, you know, a young filmmaker. I think it is essentially unheard of. Essentially unheard of for someone that young to have a major film release with an Oscar-nominated and Oscar-winning actor in it as well. Unheard of. Have to support the precedent and, you know, see more young filmmakers be taken a chance on, because, like, what we wind up having so much is, you know, young successful directors will often make, like, a good film, and then they either kind of struggle to get the next thing done, like the next leg up with budget, or they get hired to make a Marvel movie where their, you know, let's be honest, their creativity gets completely shafted and they don't get to do what they want to do. So for someone so young to be given that much creative control is fantastic for the industry, I think. I really think so. And I hope it sets the precedent that more, you know, if A24 sees talent and sees potential, then investing in that is no risk, you know. Yukichi, thanks for the 16 months. 100 copies of Vox or 1 monkey? Oh my god. Can we, are we talking about Kindred, you guys, or are we talking about me? Because if it's you, I think you would be like, why would you choose a monkey over 100 Vox Akumas? Isn't that like literally your dream come true? Isn't that like, wouldn't that literally be like the best day of your life? You get to have like an, you know, it's like an orgy, but there's never like the one weird guy that you don't like who you kind of have to put up with because it's an orgy, you know? It's like it's an orgy with 100 of your favorite guy. That's right, that's right. Come on, give me the garbage. Give me the goddamn Nelly piece, please. Please? Rachel, thank you. It's May 4th here. 5th birthday is a kindred. Thank you so much for being there through all the ups and downs and all the lore I've chewed on over the years. Trust me, we've got more to dig into. I got more to dig into, but happy birthday, Rach. I hope you have a fantastic day on May the 4th, which is also Star Wars Day. So I do hope you've been having a wonderful time. Glad to have been here 5 years, 5 birthdays with us. Isn't that amazing? Bim, 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 da, 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 da. Da, ba, da, da. Da, da, dum, bum, 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 da, da, da. How's this battle going? It's alright. It's fine. Nothing to worry about. What is this? Look at these misses. What the fuck? Sandy, thank you for the super. It always made me feel that believing in human connections is a worthwhile choice. I'm so glad that I do. I'm so glad about that. I think that a life spent fearing other people and, you know, hiding away out of a fear that you might get hurt, I really feel that that's a, you know, I hesitate to say a wasted life, but there is just so much, there is just such beauty in the people that you meet. There is such beauty. It's like I said, human beings are social animals. Where you know, Freya the walrus kept seeking out human companionship because walruses are social animals, and if she can't find walrus to hang out with, she has to find somebody. It's a part of who you are. It's a part of your biology to be around people and to find love. That is just a reality of life. And I'm so glad that I could have. Many times I give up. Trust has already been destroyed. There's less left, but you still remind me. I absolutely believe in trust issues and, you know, in trust being eroded over time. I've experienced that myself with a whole lot of people. but it has never made me feel that there will never be a chance to... It's never made me feel that I will never have a chance to experience true connection. I know that that time will come. I mean, really, I have it with all of you. I have a wonderful connection with all of you, and I do trust you all to the ends of the earth. You know, I could have taken my trust issues at face value, but I chose to stick around and believe in what we're building together. And it's been worth every second of it. I don't believe that while you should keep yourself safe and listen to your feelings, I don't think any amount of trauma or any amount of broken trust will ever make you fully unable to find connection, because that's just what human beings do. And it's why I love human beings so much. It's why I'm on this crazy path through my life, instead of just doing what every other demon does and, you know, eating humans like food. I never could. I never could. You know? There is too much to you. It makes me always think about that one Vsauce short, which is a funny segue, where he talks about the fact that if you shine 3 lights at a pregnant belly in a triangle shape, the baby won't really care. But if you shine them with 1 light on the bottom and then 2 lights on top, the baby becomes interested, because the light, it shines through the womb and the baby can see it. And with the 2 dots on the top and the 1 on the bottom, it very vaguely resembles a human face. So before that baby has learned how to speak, before it even knows that other people or a world outside of the womb exists, it's already, before it knows what it even looks like, they are already looking for other people. It's why prolonged isolation literally causes brain damage. Like, obviously I'm talking about staying in one room and having no access to other people. Obviously, you know, if you stay inside all day but you chat to your friends on Discord, like, that is, you know, that is fine in its own way. You're making connections and that's important. But if you don't talk to anyone, if you do one of those like deprivation experiments where you just literally speak to no one, it can permanently alter your brain. Human beings are just not meant to live like that. Oh, Jar of that, we're getting every fucking... We're literally green logging Araxor right now. What the fuck? Cloggers. Oh my god, we get this in the pet, and we've literally green logged Araxor on leagues. What the fuck? I guess I'm going for Araxor pet. 3000 KC, here I come. No, I'm probably not going to do that. But then again, you can like destroy the body to get a higher chance of getting the pet, so... Being inside too much? Oh yeah. Oh, it does. Oh, it absolutely does. You know, obviously with leagues coming around, I had definitely been ignoring a lot of my own advice. I'd been staying inside quite a lot. And I don't really blame myself for that. Like, this is a special time for me. I get to be a bit of a neat when leagues comes out. But now that I've kind of, you know, I unlocked the final relic, I've like completed most of my goals. Like, I'm going for maxing and I'm doing a few different things. But I've got a lot of AFK stuff to do now. Over the past few days, I've been like, you know, now that it's getting a little sunnier, I've been going for walks in the evening, and it has made such an impact on my mood, genuinely. Every day, towards the end of the day, whether it's like I start to feel sleepy or like, you know, when the medication starts wearing off, you start to get a little sluggish, a little bleh, right? Oh my God, the way my mood just leaps up when I go for a walk, the way just getting that little bit of fresh air, just smelling the outside air, it makes such a difference. It really does. If you, maybe walking isn't for everybody, but I would really recommend that you find wherever you live, just find somewhere to go for a little walk. Even if like, I don't know, maybe you live in an apartment building, you maybe just walking up and down the corridors or going to one of the communal areas if you have one of those. Going for a walk, it's so good for your physical health, it's so good for your mental health, and if you can, I remember the last time I said this on Twitter, a bunch of people talked about like how hard it is to go outside without headphones, and you know, I get that, but if you do have the luxury of being able to take your headphones off, you know, I'm always listening to tunes when I go out, but every once in a while, it's very valuable to go outside and listen to just the sounds of life, to just have those headphones off and listen to people talk. I really think listening to just people around you talking is so valuable. I really, really do. You get such a great perspective, and you know, people watching, you really develop this beautiful sort of, you know, you get this view on life that's so like calm. Play with your dog, that's so cute. I'm jealous. I wish I had a dog. I really want to get a dog at some point. I know, like right now, I don't think I have it in me to take care of a dog, but at some point in the next few years, I really feel like I will. I really feel like I'll have it in me to get a dog. I've wanted a dog for a long time. German Shepherd. Oh, I love German Shepherds and Huskies, even though they're very dramatic. German Shepherds are so cute. They're so nervous. I love German Shepherds. They're so sweet. Yeah, a buddy of mine has a German Shepherd. She's golden. She's so lovely. Nicest dog in the world. Kendra, thank you for the super. I like going on walks through downside. Got to rest my legs because of the inflammation. Oh, I see. Have to massage them, it's pain. Well, obviously, if you've got something physical in you that makes walks, you know, difficult, then that's, you know, that is tough. But what little you can do to get outside, I think mostly for the mental aspect. Like, even if you might be in a wheelchair a lot of the time, you know, just taking that wheelchair outside, or going with someone who looks after you, I think is a really, really worthwhile use of time as well. What little you can do. That's the thing, is that, you know, life, whatever ailments you have, physical, mental, they're never going to be, it's never your fault that you have them. But you still got to find a way to make life work. You still got to find a way to be happy. Faye, thank you for the super. Been walking a ton, working on fitness. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Well done. So proud of you. That's wonderful news, Faith. Well done. Oof. Okay, guys. I'm really hungry all of a sudden, and my voice is very tired, as you can probably tell. Done a lot of work today, and I think it's about time I sign off for the week. I just want to say thank you again for having been here for this ASMR and having been here to chat with me afterwards. I had a really, really wonderful time getting to hang out with you all, getting to spend some time working on something that I was really proud of creatively. It's been a long time since I've gotten to do something like that, just a one-off during the week like the ASMR, and I look forward to doing more of it. I missed it. I missed it really, really bad. The key is to do something that's creatively interesting, but that is, you know, possible within the confines of streaming, and not get, you know, be ambitious, but not to the point where it doesn't work. And I'll keep trying. Cindy, thank you for the super. Scared of the undersea. Singing comforted me so much. Aww. Now we're both here. May I give you a hug? Of course you can. Of course you can. You can have a kiss too if you want. But yes, canon thing is that after getting to the surface, you and me did hug. It's just, you know, it's implied. Saku, thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you so much. And Angelia, thank you for the super as well. Otsu, otsukare. Pei-chan, thank you very much for the super. Love you all so much. And Very Lively, thank you very much for the super. Soft massages, oh thank you. I really do need that. I've been working hard today. Hannah, thank you. I think you beat the mad scientist. You really think so? That's very high praise. I'm really, really glad to hear that you enjoyed it that much. I didn't think I'd be getting that kind of praise today, but that's given me a real smile, because that I always think is my finest achievement for these ASMRs. So that's really high praise. Thank you. Fern, thank you very much. Otsu, Westwell, I will. Thank you. Okay, let's finish this last kill. Okay, everybody pray. Everybody pray for me to get the last heli piece or the pet. Okay, so the last kill. We're gonna do one more for the road. One more for the road. There will be no stream tomorrow, but I will be back on Tuesday. On Tuesday, I'll be back, and we're gonna do some fun stuff next week. Next week, I would like to do. We had a lovely suggestion on the English learning stream from Misa, I believe, who said ASMR that teaches English pronunciation. I love that idea, so I want to do that next week. We'll do another RP ASMR. I might do the old RuneScape stream because I'm getting close to maxing, so doing like a stream for the maxing grind would be fun. And we got Earth Orbs, bleh. Alright, see you guys next time, and I'll give you the schedule really soon. So, bye-bye all. Have a good night. Dream big, dream safe. And remember, you are loved by the ocean. Even if you don't believe it. Bye-bye now. Mwah.